everyone, and welcome to my pick a card reading. In today's reading, this is going to be your life's next chapter. So this is going to be the big life-changing things that is happening in the next chapter of your life. So today's reading is a little bit different as I haven't prepared any crystals. Instead, we have 3 different types of feathers, and I want you to intuitively pick the feather you feel most drawn to. So either pause the video and take a minute or two to kind of decide which feather you feel most drawn to, and then the timestamp will be linked in the description box and also in the comment section, so make sure you press your individual timestamp. Please remember this is a general reading, therefore it may not resonate with everyone. If you feel drawn to multiple feathers, then feel free to tune into multiple readings. So I'm going to start with the first group, which corresponds to the first feather, and the rest of you I will meet you at the click of your timestamp. Hello group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So this is going to be all about your life's next chapter and what is going to happen. So you chose the blue feather, so let's see what this is. So this is the blue jay bird. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So one thing I see in this card is that it's telling you that the time is right now. So whatever you're kind of hesitating on, you just need to kind of go for it. Your life's next chapter is very much kind of forwarding you to a way that you can kind of access your own abilities. So perhaps you have spiritual psychic abilities, or perhaps you even have abilities to create things. You may be a really creative person and you may have business ideas in mind. And you need to control your abilities and what you can create. I feel like perhaps some of you haven't mastered your abilities yet and what you can do, and you need to be a bit more kind of gentle to yourself. So what else can we expect for your life's next chapter? More messages please. Your life's next chapter for group number 1. Okay, we also have very colourful feather. You have the canary. So one thing I see in the canary, this is step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. So as I spoke about how I kind of felt like you was this feeling like a really small bird in a way, this is confirming to me you need to kind of like widen your perspective and your horizons. This is very much finding your own voice, speaking your honest kind of truth. I feel like you need to kind of express yourself, and very much that is how you're going to create your and know your abilities. So for some of you, your life's next chapter, you may be getting involved in singing. Perhaps singing is something of a hobby or something you enjoy doing, and this is an ability that you are able to do. You are able to kind of be talented and gifted at singing, and I feel like some of you are going to master this ability to really be a good communicator. So I feel like interviews, you're going to be great at communicating with. So your life's next chapter, I do see you moving forward, finding your voice, finding your ability. And again, this could be creative. This could just be, you know, singing, or it could be, like I say, career-based. And you're basically going to be able to control your own voice and make good things come into your life. So that is like your next life's chapter coming. So let's find out more. Your life's next chapter, please. Okay, and we also have the meadowlark. So this is smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. So group number 1, your reading is very positive so far. Your life's next chapter is going to see you kind of be very happy. So you're going to be smiling a lot at the kind of things you're achieving. And again, going back to your hidden ability that perhaps you haven't found yet. Perhaps this talent hasn't been discovered. You're going to soon discover this. So this is going to happen very soon. And you're going to experience really kind of a wonderful journey. And this inner discovery is going to kind of lead you to the next chapter in your life. So your life's next chapter, I'm definitely seeing you being in a happy position. I'm seeing, we have 2 cards. We have the Nutria of Branches as well as the Ruler of the Open Heart. So one thing I see in the leopard is that you have this ability to kind of be really creative. I see a lot of inspiration and definitely a lot, like I said, I'm just feeling a lot of creativity in your reading. Your life's next chapter is going to definitely be you discovering this kind of new talent you have. I'm definitely seeing that. And you're definitely going to be in a really strong position, especially where you have the Lion. This is all about strength. So your life's next chapter is you're going to have a lot of strength, because you're going to really kind of have a lot of confidence in your new skills that you're going to have. These new skills that are going to take you to like new, like I say, new hobbies and also new career moves. That's definitely what I'm seeing for you, group number 1. So you're definitely going to gain strength of your abilities and who you are as a person. So we also have the 2 of Shells. So one thing I see in the 2 of Shells, group number 1, is this does represent there could be a companionship coming into your life. This is one of the most favourable cards in the tarot. I see very much this kind of yin and yang kind of energy. So I feel like you may meet someone and they're going to be completely opposite to you. And it's almost like this kind of attraction that kind of wasn't expected. So perhaps, you know, this person wasn't your type, but your next life's chapter, I am seeing you in a relationship, if you are single. And if you are already in a relationship, I just see you really kind of becoming compatible. So it's definitely going to be a strong relationship that I'm seeing. And we also have the 6 of Shells. So one thing I see in this card for your life's next chapter is this romance that I am kind of picking up on may be one that is connected to your past. So for some of you, you may kind of be getting back with an ex, or you may be kind of having some reconciliation with someone in your past. So there may have been someone where, you know, it was almost like the one that got away. And since then, there may have been someone that you may be thinking about now that you kind of do sometimes think about. So this person may be kind of coming into your life in your next chapter. So this person could be relating back to your childhood. Perhaps you had this deep connection, or perhaps this is just a friendship. Perhaps there is long lost friends that you're going to kind of reconcile with. I'm definitely seeing people popping back into your life. So if there is someone that you perhaps fell out with in the past, perhaps you're going to regain this friendship with as well. That's what I'm seeing for some of you. So what is your life's next chapter? Okay, we have a flipping card. We have Ancient Wing. Dare to be the first, dare to be different. So as I spoke about, you know, you're going to be basically finding your voice, your abilities, and this new kind of chapter in life that is going to bring you a lot of happiness. One thing I see in Ancient Wing, you know, you are basically going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. So stepping out of the box, being a bit different. Perhaps you are being a bit more unique. Perhaps you were just sort of following the crowd before and what, you know, thinking, or even family traditions, you know, what they want you to be. And it's almost like now you're finding your own voice. You're finding your own creativity and what you want to do in life. So your next life chapter is going to be super exciting because you're going on this different journey, this different path. So there is definitely this message coming through for me of old friendships and old lovers. There's definitely these ties that are going to, they haven't finished, they're definitely re-popping up in your life's next chapter. The messages, please, your life's next chapter for group number 1. Okay, and we also have the Rhinoceros Hornbill. Perfect trust will be rewarded with its like. So one thing I see for you, group number 1, your life next chapter is going to be very rewarding. So as I said, you're going to be receiving these gifts of your abilities. So perfect timing I'm seeing. I'm also seeing you're going to have a lot of trust. There's going to be trust kind of regained in relationships. So regarding, you know, love or friendship, I am seeing a lot of rewards coming your way. So perhaps you're going to be trusting more of your own journey, and that's kind of going to give you this confidence. And I feel like you're going to be trusting in relationships as well. I'm definitely seeing trust is definitely highly in your reading. So let's pull one more card for you, your life's next chapter. Okay, we also have Swift. Stay true to your heart's desire and keep nature in your heart and home. So group number 1, one thing I see again in finding your voice, you know, staying true to your heart as well. These are two kind of key aspects you need to focus on. You're going to basically, you know, be really in touch with your feelings. You know, this connects really nicely with the ruler of the open heart. You're going to be really, again, just feel so much contentment because you're basically staying true to yourself. You know, we spoke about, you know, daring to be different. And one thing I've seen stay true to your heart is you're going to be true to you. You're not going to be a kind of fake person. You don't want fake friends in your life. So these people you do kind of reconcile with, you really going to make sure you put your trust in them first before you kind of open up your heart to them. I feel like everything you want in life, your heart's desire, you are going to manifest in your life's next chapter. So perhaps, you know, you're going to be keeping nature in your heart and home by providing your home with the love. So perhaps it's been feeling a little bit neglected, and your life's next chapter, perhaps you're going to move or just kind of recreate something in your room. This creativity that I spoke about, I feel like you're going to be really creative in your home, reorganize things, and maybe perhaps even having a little clear out. Perhaps this is something that is dear to your heart as well, is to just make sure that everything is fresh and clean for your life's next chapter. So group number 1, I really hope you enjoyed today's reading. Please let me know down below what resonates. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you in my next pick a card reading. I wish you love and light. Hello group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So today is going to be your life's next chapter. So let's see what you have chosen. So we have the Loom. This is pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. So group number 2, one thing I see for your life's next chapter is perhaps, you know, you are having a lot of dreams, and these dreams could be trying to tell you something. So perhaps you need to kind of get yourself a dream book, because I feel like shapes, patterns, animals, anything that pops up that's relevant in your dreams is very significant in your life's next chapter. So perhaps, you know, you've been having dreams and you've been thinking, you know, does this mean something? Is this a symbol? Or perhaps you are kind of dreaming of your actual future. And I feel like a lot of you may be dreaming of actual guides. Perhaps you are seeing spirit guides in your dreams. So I feel like some of you are into kind of meditation where you kind of, you know, you ask to see guides, and in your dream times they appear. So these guides could be spirit guides, they could be angels, they could be animal messengers. I'm seeing quite a lot of spirituality in your life's next chapter. Let's get more messages, please. Group number 2, life's next chapter. Okay, and then we also have the Crow. Okay, so this is universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. So one thing I see in the Crow, this is quite a mystical bird. So to pull cards, you know, to do with dream time, and also the Crow, that does kind of relate back to, you know, being truthful and things kind of being revealed. So you're definitely going to experience truths in your dreams. These truths are going to basically be revealed to you in your dream time. That is definitely a strong message here. So you need to use this energy to create your reality, and this basically means this energy that you feel in your dreams is basically, it's almost like a clash between your dreams and reality, what is real and what is not. And your dreams are almost becoming this reality. They're kind of no longer dreams, because these are almost like visions. Your life's next chapter for group number 2. More messages, please. Okay, and then we also have the Duck. So one thing I see in the Duck, this is find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. So one thing I see in your life's next chapter is you are going to have a lot of support. You're going to have a lot of family support, a lot of friendship support, and perhaps you are even in a relationship and you are getting a lot of support from your lover. You know, maybe you've been thinking, are you going to get support in kind of these messages of guidance that you're receiving in your mind, and are others going to support you? I want you to know that you're going to get support by the people around you, but also by your spirit guides. That is one thing I'm seeing, and you're going to get really great comfort for this. So in your life's next chapter, you do not want to kind of overthink things. You need to kind of find this balance, and it's almost like the simple things in life is what's going to give you this great comfort. And it's almost like, don't overcomplicate these dreams. They actually are quite simple if you really can read them properly. So let's find out what else is happening for you on your life's next chapter. Okay, we also have the Five of Shells. Okay, and we also have the Seeker of Branches. So one thing I see in the Seeker of Branches is you are going to be seeking this new life's chapter, and I am seeing you be in this kind of exciting energy where you are really excited for this next journey. So this journey is going to be a long one. I am seeing it being kind of exhausting as well, but like I said, you definitely do have the support of people around you. And this does confirm to me that you are going to be receiving messages. Messages are definitely going to be coming to you in your dreams, and they may also appear during the daytime. So you may start noticing signs. Perhaps the universe is giving you these signs. One thing I see in the Five of Shells is you are almost kind of doubting yourself, and perhaps you're going to be feeling a little bit disappointed. Perhaps your dreams are just not as clear right now. So it's almost like you're in this kind of fear of the unknown. And one thing I see for your life's next chapter is you have an offer that is coming through, and you're almost unable to see it. I feel like you almost need to look behind you, because it's almost like you are not seeing the bigger picture, and you're not seeing the finer, like, little things, the little details you need to kind of really concentrate on. So I feel like someone is really trying to give you a message here, and you need to kind of, in your life's next chapter, really kind of work out what this message is. Perhaps the message is, you know, you need a change of career. Perhaps the career you're in is just not being very fulfilling. So you may actually feel a little bit lonely in your life's next chapter, because you feel like you are just going through this on your own, because no one else you know is kind of receiving these messages that you're receiving. So let's find out more messages for your life's next chapter. Messages please for your life's next chapter. Okay, we also have the Honeybee Heart Awakener. So one thing I see in your life's next chapter is you are going to meet someone if you're single. I am seeing a love relationship coming into your life. So perhaps you've been dreaming about, you know, being in a relationship, and perhaps the universe is sending you these signs. So one thing I see, if you are in a relationship, perhaps you are a little bit disappointed that this person isn't committing enough. So maybe you want the next step. Perhaps you want to be engaged. Perhaps you're just wanting a bit more kind of commitment in the relationship. And there's one thing I'm seeing is that you just want a little bit more excitement to kind of come back into your relationship. But regarding if you are single, I do sense you're going to meet this really kind of exciting person. So what else do we need to find for your life's next chapter? One more message for your life's next chapter. And we have the Trickster. So one thing I see here is you are definitely going on this journey. So this journey is going to be, again, really exciting. So for group number 2, I'm seeing a lot of you, again, in a love situation here. And that may be what your Dreamtimes messages are trying to communicate with you, is that you're going to go on this new journey of a relationship. And I see love coming in for a lot of you. I'm also experiencing this kind of spiritual message coming through, that you're going to be on this journey. As I did say earlier, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a bit stressful at times, and you're going to feel a lot of disappointment because you feel a bit frustrated from the messages in your dreams. I'm definitely seeing you going on a spiritual journey as well as like a love journey. And I also feel like on your life's next chapter, you're going to, again, feel this contentment and love of who you are and these messages that you are able to receive. So that's one thing I see for you, that you're going to be moving forward in a new journey. You're going on this new exciting chapter. So more messages please for your life's next chapter for group number 2. What else can they experience? Okay, we also have the Honey Guide. So this is a benefit from the harvest of knowledge and sustenance that cooperation brings. So one thing I see for you group number 1 is you're basically going to gain this knowledge. So this knowledge that we spoke about earlier, if you're receiving messages, you're really going to be more knowledgeable in your life's next chapter. You're going to be harvesting things, which means you're going to be planting, you're going to be building, and you're going to basically be moving on to something again that is is almost, you feel like it's bigger than you. It's just super exciting and something you never thought was going to happen. Everything was kind of meant to happen. Everything is meant to kind of cooperate with it. So I feel like you're definitely going to be kind of seeking more and experiencing more in your life's next chapter. What else can group number 2 experience on their life's next chapter? We also have uncover the deity within. So one thing I see here is you're going to basically uncover this mystery, this hidden message that I feel like at the beginning of your reading was really coming through strong. You're going to uncover this spiritual gift. So whether this is in love or career or spiritually, you are going to uncover deep truths about yourself that you didn't really know before. This is almost like you're going to uncover your life's kind of purpose. It's one thing that is coming through for me now. That is what you're going to experience on your life's next chapter. So perhaps you're going to discover something, a secret. Perhaps you're going to uncover a kind of hidden knowledge that you didn't know was there. So let's pull the final card, and we have the Hanging Parrot, which is gain knowledge by surrendering to the universal flow. So group number 2, definitely coming through strong, is that you need to be receiving these messages. It's just, you're reading so much about discovering and uncovering things and knowledge. So what you need to do is to surrender to the universal flow. So this just means is to go with the flow. Don't be scared. Just let these messages flow in, and you know, you're going to experience great things around these messages. As I say, they could be telling you things. You need to kind of listen. Perhaps these messages are telling you about your love life, telling you about your career and your choices, and you need to surrender and just let these messages flow through. You know, that is the kind of abundance you're going to feel with universal flow, and this is going to take you to your life's next chapter. So I'm super excited for you and your journey. So group number 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading and you found the messages insightful. Please let me know down below what resonates. Please like the video, subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you in my next pick a card reading. I wish you love and light. Hello group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to find out what your life's next chapter is going to hold. So your first card you have is Eagle. This is, you are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. So one thing I see in this card, this is definitely a spiritual reading so far. You're going to be, perhaps you have been experiencing a spiritual awakening, or you will be on your life's next chapter. I do see this connection that is with spirit is going to take you to new depths and new heights you didn't think was possible. So perhaps spiritually, you know, you are going to just be buying a few more crystals this month. Perhaps you may be dabbing into kind of oracle messages or tarot, and your life's next journey is going to basically be giving you these messages because you're going to be feeling the connection. So let's find out what more is happening in your life's next journey for group number 3, please. Okay, we have the White Turkey. So this is the power to heal the earth is within you. Okay, so one thing I see here in connection to your spiritual journey and your life's next chapter is the power is definitely in you. So you're going to be able to heal the earth by the power that you bring. So what I mean by this, for your life's next chapter, is perhaps you're going to be, you know, really giving back to the earth and the moon. That's one thing I see, is perhaps you're going to be charging your crystals in the moonlight. I am sensing that for some of you, you know, healing the world, perhaps you're going to be really involved in kind of recycling things, kind of cutting down on certain, you know, materialistic things as well, and kind of helping the environment. And perhaps you're going to be like walking more rather than using your car. Perhaps, you know, just helping the environment any way you can. That's one thing I'm seeing in your last chapter, is you're going to be more considerate of the earth. So what else can we receive as your messages for your last next chapter for group number 3, please? Okay, we have the Dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. So one thing I see in your last next chapter is you are going to be experiencing peace. You know, doves are all about love as well. They're all about love and peace. So you're definitely going to be feeling really peaceful and hopeful in your life's next chapter, because I feel like almost a spiritual kind of awakening you're going on, and you know, your ability to kind of help the environment and what you're doing is really going to help bring you this peace of mind. So I am seeing that you may be peaceful in your relationships. Perhaps you are happy being single as well if you are not in a relationship. For group number 3. Okay, we have 2 cards here. They're all encompassing, as well as the 8 of branches. So group number 3, one thing I see that is happening for you on your life's next chapter is you're going to feel this really great completion. So you're going to feel really fulfilled. That's one thing I see here, especially your peace, is you're almost going to be at this point in your life where you feel like everything is coming together. That's highly positive in your reading. You know, with the 8 of branches, I do see messages coming in. So these messages, again, is kind of to do with your spiritual growth. I feel like you're going to be receiving messages. Also, I do feel like you're going to be receiving news. So this news you're going to receive is going to be a communication one. So this could be communicated from, you know, a phone call, a text, a letter. It could be even via the internet. I feel like you're going to receive some form of information, and this is going to basically take you on your life's next chapter. So this could be an opportunity where you may be, you know, seeking a new career, or you may be, you know, expecting to hear from someone, expecting to hear from this person that, you know, you really do adore. Now we have the infinity symbol, so I do see this kind of being everlasting and something that's going to be remaining in your life and is going to give you this peace and security. So you're going to receive this news very fast, and I feel like your life's next chapter will end on this kind of completion to another life's chapter. So it's almost like a repeating cycle. It's going to be kind of going round and round, and it's almost like you're just constantly trying to receive the next things in your life, and you're working on them. So I am seeing success in all aspects of your life. I do see great fulfillment. You're just going to feel this great fulfillment. So let's find more messages for you for group number 3, please. Their life's next chapter. Okay, we have the Spirit of Freedom. So what more messages can we have as well, please? One last card. For group number 3 on their life's next chapter. Okay. And we also have the 5 of Shells. So group number 3, one thing I see in the Spirit of Freedom is you are again going on this kind of journey. And when I was talking about that, this kind of like a never-ending cycle, you are always waiting to be fulfilled by something next in your life. So you may be working on your career, then you may be working on your love life, or there is almost like you have this kind of tick list. I feel like you are just trying to tick off things that you want to do in life. Perhaps you want to travel more. So I do see you kind of going on this new journey, and it was almost like there's 2 directions for you to go, and you have options. And that's one thing also I see in 8 branches. You have multiple opportunities coming in. So again, this could be career or love. I just feel like these opportunities, you know, you don't just have one. You know, it's almost like, you know, if you book a holiday, you know, there are so many countries that you can go to. That's one thing I'm seeing. You know, you have the whole world as your kind of compass. You know, it's almost like the world is your oyster. I do see a great spiritual journey as well, especially with the Spirit of Freedom. This does really connect highly to spiritual readings as well. So I do sense you're going to have great kind of freedom on your life's next chapter, which is a really great thing to feel. Is everyone kind of wants to feel free and not trapped. One thing I see in the 5 of Shells is perhaps you're going to be disappointed by some offer. So there may be a few offers on the table that are just not for you. So, you know, you may have some knockbacks, and I am sensing, you know, you may have 3 knockbacks. This could be love or career. But I am seeing there is going to be these 2 opportunities that are coming into your life. The number 2 is quite significant, and these are basically going to bring you the success the fulfillment and peace that you've been craving. So your life's next chapter, you know, there is going to be these things just flying up in the air, and it's almost like there's just so much to choose from, and you don't want to pick the wrong choice. You don't want to, you know, accept the wrong offer. You know, out of 5, I feel like there's definitely going to be 2 that are worth contemplating over. So messages please for your life's next chapter for group number 3. Okay, we have the Kill Build Token. So this is take time out for fun. So one thing I see in this reading is that your life's next chapter is going to be really fun. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be exciting things happening. Like I said, these opportunities you're going to accept and bring into your life are going to bring you great fun. So as well as peace, you're also going to experience fun as well. Obviously, spiritual journey is definitely highly in your reading as well. So I feel like a lot of the things you're going to experience are going to be really kind of fulfilling. That's one thing I'm seeing in your reading group number 3 is you are going to be fulfilled. So let's just see what else is in store for you on your life's next journey. Okay, and we also have the Harris Hawk. Renew the bonds of true friendship and remember their importance. So on your life's next chapter, I do see you building new friendships. So you're going to basically receive new kind of people into your life, and you're going to have this kind of great bond with. So this could be, again, friendships that you just haven't, perhaps there's some people you haven't seen in a while. You know, you may not have met up with them in a while, and you're going to renew the bond. So in your life's next chapter, you're going to really remember the importance of friendship, because I feel like friends have really been really supportive of you and your decisions. And it's almost like you do turn to friends to kind of get clarity and support on, you know, your life and the choices and the kind of opportunities that are coming into your way. So friends are going to be highly important to you on your life's next chapter. So let's get one final card for your reading. Okay, and then we also have the Peacock. This is resist the alluring spell of those who would deceive in business or love. So group number 3, I want you to know that on your life's next chapter, even though you have great bonds and relationships in your life, you need to kind of be careful of people who are going to deceive you. So again, this is either in business or love. So this could be friendships, it could be a relationship. So perhaps you've been deceived in the past and you've had trust issues on this. Perhaps, you know, you've been cheated on, or perhaps, you know, you've just not been treated very kindly. Perhaps that's why you're going to really contemplate the choices and options that come into your life, especially with the 8 of Branches, because you don't want to be deceived again. You want to make the right decisions. So perhaps business as well, career-wise, you've kind of had jobs before and you've kind of been like, I don't like this job. You know, do I leave it? Do I wait to get a new job? And you might have struggled with job to job. So you definitely do need to resist people's charms and just be a bit more open to kind of your own intuition and how you feel about people. But that is kind of the only warning in your reading. I just do, you need to stick with the people you know, the people you trust, and do kind of be careful of the ones that are going to just possibly deceive you in business or love, or they have. So in your next chapter, you just need to be cautious of this. So group number 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading today and you found it insightful. Please let me know down below what resonates. Please subscribe, leave me a comment, and I shall see you in my next pick a card reading. I wish you love and light.